always with. And they always with. That's why
I'm like, ain't nothing different, man. Ain't nothing different. We ain't came so far that we still ain't niggas in some people's eyes.
No, but you know what? We might be niggas in some people's lives, but you know what? I can chill Cody a motherfucker and say, fuck you. What you gonna do about that shit now? Matter of fact, you gonna try to whoop me with a motherfucker? I'll whoop your motherfucker. Your ass.
Let me ask you this, real quick.
That's what I'm saying. Real quick. No, shit, fuck that. So motherfucker still hold their purse.
Okay, I know this is a little bit of a 180 real quick, but tell me what my man Dr. Dre was saying when he said it's plain to see. You can't change me, because I'm gonna be a nigga for life. You know what I'm saying? Look at the response that song got. But what was he really thinking as an artist? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be who I am.
Was he admitting to being a nigga though, or was he just, you know?
But you go to
no matter how much money you make, no matter what innovations I come up with, at some point somebody's gonna look at me and say, boom. You know
but a person can look at you and say, yeah, you a nigga. But man, we got to the point and say, you know what? You a nigga. I'm not saying that it's the right thing to say, not saying it's the right thing to do. But you done got to the point like, you know what, man? I don't have to be so in my shell. I don't have to be in a fetal position for you no more. I don't have to do none of that stuff no more. Matter of fact, man, you call me nigga, I'm gonna call you a nigga. White boy call me nigga, you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's right, but not saying it should be that. The playing field is still like this and this. But man, that's a whole lot different between the ceiling and the floor. It ain't better, but we done got a lot. We done came as black people. Shit, I put it like this, and I'll put it out to the masses. Black people, women as a whole. You can go to gays, you can go to browns, Asians. Everybody had to play catch up to the white man. I ain't said shit. Once upon a time, they didn't want their own women to vote, and it kills me to see them see any kind of woman like, you know what I'm saying, like don't understand the struggle. Once upon a time, you couldn't do shit. You just they want you to stay home, cook them bacon. But now you can do that kind of stuff. So we all came forth and all made a progress. It is not the way it used to be. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. I guess my only thing is, it sounds like you're saying that we just got we are more able to play the white man's games.
In a sense, we came a long way, but we still ain't got what we supposed to be.
To me, that's like we sold something in order to get where we are. You know what I mean? To me, that's like some shit was working, and we sacrificed it in order to say, I'm in the club too. You know what I mean? I want to be down. You know
we did sacrifice a lot though.
And I think it was something important though. I think it was something that was necessary.
It was, yeah.
Because the families is fucked up. I mean, I think certain shit just got out of whack in order for us to be like, ah man, I can get the new flips.
But along the lines of what he's saying, along the lines of what he's saying in terms of people being in the club, motherfuckers ain't necessarily shift the system enough to where we change the system. Basically, black people who have made it at this point in time are just arguing for a motherfucking another piece of the pie, you know what I mean? So along the lines of the civil rights movement, motherfuckers are saying, we haven't been able to eat. Basically, we didn't get our share of the pie. And so now what civil rights movement created was an opportunity where we changed the books on law and created an opportunity for motherfuckers who was in position to take advantage of those opportunities to make it ahead in life. And right now what we have is we have the largest motherfucking upper class or black middle class that we ever had, but we also have one of the biggest underclasses that we ever had. So we got motherfucking have and have not. And so before you, let me point this out. Go ahead. We're talking motherfucking, and I guess my point is exemplified in a couple of people. For instance, Todd Stroger. At one sense of point, you say this motherfucker, he done employed like 38 of his motherfucking family members along in his office or something like that. And one part of me says, yeah, go my motherfucker, you another black dude, they've been doing it for years, let us go and do it. But there's another part of me that goes, oh, I like this as a black official because I thought he was going to change the system. I didn't think he was necessarily going to be the same. And so my point is, we got a bunch of motherfuckers who are in a position to take advantage of people of color, but ain't necessarily doing enough for the people on the bottom, or just basically perpetuating the system so that we fucked up as we were before.
But that's what it kind of come in to the point, like, man, we have to have somebody to come in to the system. I hope, I pray than somebody like Barack Obama who will change. I go off saying some shit. I go off, I feel good when he talk about me. Now he is a politician, and he could be spinning my wheels like a motherfucker, like a big wheel, goddammit. But it's a sense of hope.
That's understandable.
It's a sense of hope.
I can't deny you that. I mean, I have my own personal feelings about it.
Exactly. I mean, all three of us, everybody in this room will have something. They gonna look at it in a different way. But I still think we come to the consensus.
Hey, so what's your personal feelings about Barack? That's all we're doing.
Well, I like Barack. I like Barack for right now. I mean, he is a politician. I understand it. He gotta say what he gonna say to get to the point where he gonna be. Is he gonna bring us along? I hope so. I hope so. That's all I can say. I hope so.
What I would say about Barack, and I ain't gonna stop saying, is that one thing, he's great for the Democratic Party, and that he's brought religion back to our forefront. There's a point in time where we could talk about religion. And you think of Martin Luther King Jr., you think of Malcolm X, you can't separate Christianity and Islam from those fellas. You know what I mean? But somehow, over those years since that movement, we haven't been able to talk about religion on the left side. Like, that's one of the things we don't think, that's kind of like an untouchable. We don't talk about that, you know what I mean? So it's kind of refreshing to hear Barack Obama up there talking about religion and all the community organizing experience he's had working in the church and stuff like that. Not necessarily because it's right, but it's an opportunity for people, because generally we motherfucking identify through religion to identify with the Democratic Party based on where we stand religiously.
Hey, well, let me add my 2 cents on that.
Go ahead. Can you step in? Yeah, can you step in?
Let me get on my 2 cents.
I got something about to say about the whole religion. Oh, wow.
About the whole religion thing.
I was doing it on purpose.
The whole
I was working with it. I was like,
I kind of feel like
good. There you go.
Last year, sorry, not last year, last presidential election back in 04, that was one thing they felt like they kind of lost, was that, you know, that Bush, one of the things they used was scare tactics about the war, and then also the religion thing aspect, and you never heard Democrats really talk about that. So it's funny that you say that, because he's kind of sort of related to that, and I think Democrats are trying to go back to that to gain back that vote. But I did a little research about Barack, and this is just me, my personal view. Everybody teaches his own, you know. But Barack, personal feelings, my thing is about Barack, people don't really, I think a lot of black people get caught up, this is a black man getting ran for president, and don't really look at the issues at hand, or really look behind, well, you know, what he believes in, what he stands behind. And if you get to really do research about Barack is not totally what you may think or feel that he is. You know, I think Barack has a hard time, you know, really sticking to what he necessarily believes in, as far as, you know, giving you what he feels. And I kind of noticed that when he had the debate. Religion is one thing, but when he had the debate with Alan Keyes, I was looking at that. Alan Keyes was more so straight to the point, look, I believe this. You know, everybody thought he was crazy off the wall, but you know how he felt.
Right.
Barack would kind of beat around the bush with shit. And I read a little excerpt from Barack's book. And Barack's at one point was like, talking about like gay marriage, he was against it. And then he said in his book that he went on a talk show and talked about it, and then he received a letter from a lesbian woman, and she felt so hurt and betrayed that he went against gay marriage, and he thought it was wrong, and then he just pretty much changed his views about it, like thinking about how, you know, gay people, you know, should be treated and everything like that. So necessarily now when you think about like the church aspect, you know, most Christian churches are not for like gay marriage, you know, and everything, but he more so has a somewhat changed over mind about it, you know. And
so you think that was a moral decision?
Do I think it was a moral decision?
Yeah, or a political decision?
I think
it was a popularity.
I think it's more so a popularity decision.
It was a political decision.
Exactly. That's why I think it's more so down to. And me personally, I'm not gonna get caught up. You know, I got my own. I'm not really a Democrat or Republican, because there's some Democratic things I feel strongly about, and some Republican things I feel.
I mean, a lot of black people feel that.
Right. But I was gonna say this: I'm not gonna get caught up, and because it's a black man running for president, meaning I'm most definitely gonna vote for him because he's a black man. You know, I believe what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. This is what I personally believe. So, you know, I think
see that right there, what you just said, explain a lot about where we came from in a long time. Because one point in time, if you look like a certain person, if you was a certain religion, you would have to vote for that person. I think we came a long way. We could see this motherfucker right up here, right now. It's like, you know what, man? I'm looking for the best person.